Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we have our first SBC player review on none other than Premier League Player of the Month, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. This guy looks decent. He looks decent. I've faced his rare gold card, the 79 rated, a couple of times now, and I swear every time I play against him he scores against me, so I'm expecting good things from this card. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, smash like down below, subscribe for a lot more FIFA 21 content, and let's not waste any more time. Let's just get into this player review, because the first Premier League Player of the Month is always an exciting one. Last year we had Pookie, and in the past we've just had cards which are easily achievable and ones that you can look to get into your first team in the first couple of weeks of playing the game. But yeah, this Calvert-Lewin, he's not as cheap as previous ones. I think he's around 60 to 70,000 coins depending on which console you are on. But obviously with the placement matches, if you are new to FIFA 21, you get a fair few coins from them. So you could take your placement coins and then spend them on this Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But I'm going to be telling you whether you should or should not be doing that in today's video. As for the card design, I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. Not found. Yeah, you obviously will get the Premier League Player of the Month card design. He's got 88 pace, 82 shooting, 69 passing, 81 dribbling, 42 defending, and 85 physical. Obviously being boosted to an 84, so it's a nice big boost for this Calvert-Lewin. 6'2", high medium work rates, right footed, but 3-star, 3-star. Is it a card killer? We will find out, guys. Attributes, really some decent standout stats here. I would say the 92 sprint speed is really nice, combined with the 83 acceleration. I would prefer probably to have 88 on both, or to average them out, but 92 sprint speed is nice. It's a bit similar to Kai Havertz, who has really high sprint speed. 84 finishing, 88 attack positioning, 85 shot power. Only 70 long shots, but 78 volleys, 83 penalties. His passing stats are not great at all. 76 short pass, 48 long pass, 70 curve. Crossing, 71, vision 70, so his passing stats, that is not Calvert-Lewin. 77 agility, 69 balance, 85 reactions, 82 ball control, 82 dribbling with 76 composure. It's not ideal, that composure is not great. 92 heading accuracy though, fantastic. You see this guy in real life scoring headers, scored one for England last night. And yeah, he deserves to have really, really good heading accuracy in this game. 95 jumping, 86 stamina, 86 strength, 79 aggression. Physical stats are absolutely fantastic on this card. But when we look at the traits, there's only the speed dribbler trait, which is a CPU trait. Not ideal in the slightest, guys. I think there are some really nice stats on this card, and then there are some really bad stats. How does he actually feel in game though? Well, we find out in some division rivals co-op matches. A big thank you to Alfie, who did actually play co-op with me. I think we did good. I think we had some good games, but there will be some co-op reviews this year on the channel. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. It just means that cards like Calvert-Lewin, who I'm not too keen on actually completing, we can get our hands on them, we can review them, we can see how they do play at the top levels in division rivals. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the highlights that we did manage to get with 84 rated Premier League Player of the Month, Calvert-Lewin. And here we go then, into the highlights that we did manage to get with this Premier League Player of the Month, Calvert-Lewin. And how did I feel like he played? Well, guys, here's a striker that I think will remind you of Timo Pukki from last year. A classic finisher, inside the box. He will do really, really great stuff for you. And what separates this card from that Pukki is the pace, in my opinion. The pace on this card is really, really good. And you need pace this year in FIFA. Honestly, for attackers this year, pace is vital. I think that when you are counter-attacking, it seems like defenses are wide open. And if you have fast players like Calvert-Lewin, you will actually have a lot better chance of scoring from counter-attacks. And yeah, I think the pace, although he has low acceleration, the sprint speed makes up for it, and he can really burst past your opponent's defenses. Finishing, I think the finishing stat, 84, it feels a bit higher probably in game, maybe due to his high shot power. I think that when you're inside the box with him, you have really no doubt that it will probably result in a goal. The one thing is though, his curve is not great, and we'll talk about that in a second. But obviously playing co-op, this is different for me. The movement, the positioning, it's obviously going to be effective, because if I decide to pull Calvert-Lewin out of position, it's me who defines his movement and positioning. But one thing I would say for that is that when I wanted to control Calvert-Lewin, he was always in the right spot. He was always down the middle of the pitch, holding his own in the spot that you tell him to play in. I wouldn't play this guy out wide. I think up front is obviously the best spot for him, and he sticks to it. He sticks to his position, which is probably helped by his work rate as well. The links are good. I think the links for Calvert-Lewin are good. Obviously not an in-game attribute, but you can link him to Allen, Richarlison, some other good Everton players like James Rodriguez, who I played with in this game, and he was really, really good, by the way. But that is just nice, having a card when you invest in him. You want him to be able to easily link, and he can do that to some of the best players in the game. Allen, Richarlison, you know how I feel about Richarlison. The heading in FIFA 21, is it back? I'm not too sure, but we scored a header with Calvert-Lewin, as you'll see. And it did feel like he was very, very strong in the air. I haven't used a player like Calvert-Lewin this year. And you could just tell everything you threw into the box, corners especially, he was always going to get his head onto it. And I just have to show that goal in the background. Joe Gomez. It wasn't Calvert-Lewin who scored. It was Joe Gomez. And I just had to highlight that because that was absolutely ridiculous. How is that happening? But heading, as I said, it's really, really good. You always want to ping it to him from the corners. As you see, he just fights for every ball and he scores a lovely header in the background. Aggression, spot on with this card. All of his physical stats were really decent. And his strength. Combine them two, as you will see as well in a few of the goals where maybe he doesn't score or he doesn't get the assist. He is harassing the defenders. He is not giving them a second to think about what they should do with the ball. He might steal it. He might just put them off balance, make them lose the ball. And it feels like you can run all game long with Calvert-Lewin due to his physical stats, his strength. He brushes defenders aside, especially at this start of the game. Stamina, solid. You can run all game long. You can just control Calvert-Lewin. You know that he will be full of gas towards the end of the game. But that is where, for me, the pros obviously run out. I think the fantastic finisher, things like that, is really good. But what does he lack which will make you think Calvert-Lewin as a player that you want to take into FUT Champions, high division rivals matches, to just being a fun card to actually complete? Personally, guys, I think the 3-star, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves is a real downer for this card. I think that if he could do, as he scores a banger in the background, by the way, that is an absolute bullet. But it is a real killer. 3-star weak foot. I've experienced it with Martial. Now, Martial has amazing dribbling. He can really get the ball on his strong foot. But even still, if you get it on his 3-star weak foot, it is rubbish. With Calvert-Lewin, if it's on his left foot, you can't really maneuver so much to get it on his stronger foot. That just means that it's going to let you down in a lot of situations. So 3-star is a big downside. Composure as well. Composure 76. Just had to check there. That was that low. 76 composure on the card is not good for a 60,000 coin card. 70,000 coin. It's not great. Dribbling as well. He felt quite stiff, to be honest. When you have him on the edge of the box, you can't really maneuver it. Can't really get past players. Your hope with scoring with this Calvert-Lewin is playing the ball through to him. Maybe he's one-on-one with the defender, running past the defender and then scoring past the goalkeeper. You're not going to go and dribble past 3-4 players with this Calvert-Lewin card. He is just a natural finisher inside the box, and he is really, really good at that. But there are certain things that just mean that he's not going to be a top player. Curve being one as well. 70 curve isn't good enough. As you can't score the finesse shots with him. You can't do things like that. And he has no traits. For top players on this game, you have to have traits. Maybe that's outside the foot shot trait. Even like different traits. I can't even think right now. But the different traits he lacks. And it is a real disappointment that he doesn't have any major traits. Maybe they'll be updated. I'm not too sure. Maybe sometimes EA update the traits later on. But it just showed no traits. And the long shots are poor. As I say, this guy's very, very good in the box. And I would also add the passing to this card. Passing on the card felt really poor, meant that his hold-up play wasn't as good as cards that I've used. I would definitely look to get the likes of Rodrigo, Richarlison over this card, and they are half the price of him as well. But don't get me wrong, he's a good card. You'll have fun with him. You'll probably score a lot of goals with him. But for me personally, going that one step beyond, pushing at the high levels in division rivals, FUT Champions, I don't think Calvert-Lewin is that guy for you. Hopefully he gets a few more special cards so and we can forget about the 3-star, you know. Maybe his passing gets improved, things like that. But guys, hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, smash like down below. Subscribe for a lot more FIFA 21 content. I will see you all in the next one.